Good afternoon, everybody. Just wanted to give you a quick recap of everything that we did this weekend. We went down on Saturday, stayed Saturday night, got up early Sunday morning. On Saturday, we did a card pool. We walked the perimeter of what we want to make the food plot. We got the square footage, found out we're a little bit over a quarter of an acre. It was 0.29. And then on Sunday, we got up and with two weed eaters, we basically weed eated that whole entire area. One had like a 3-inch blade on it, and all with hand tools. Went through with loppers. A sawzall was basically about our biggest tool that we had, and we laid everything down. I think we have 5 areas that have some woody browse in there, bunch of thorns, and just kind of junk growed up. There is a bunch of native grass, so that's going to make our buffalo system with crimping and everything, I think, pretty ideal. But game plan now is to get in there, get those areas sprayed with the woody browse as quick as we can, maybe even do it a couple times, and then we want to get through and throw out a spring blend. We want to let that grow up as much as it can, especially in those woody browsy areas, because after we spray the Roundup, it's all going to be dead. So we want to throw in some spring blend of some sort of rye, I would say, or something, to get whatever we can kind of growing in those dead areas. And then when the native grasses get to a dough stage, then we'll go through, we'll broadcast our mean bean is what we're going to use. We'll broadcast that right in, and then we'll go through and crimp everything. So we're hoping, rather than having dead, dry areas, we'll at least have something growing in those areas. So we're going to plant it, and then we'll crimp it, or plant it, and then let it grow as long as we can. Throw out the mean bean, and then crimp it, and what we get is basically going to be what we get. We did add a broadcast feeder. We added 150 pounds into it, set it up on 4 feedings a day, dusk, dawn. There was like an 11 a.m. one, and then I think we did like a 3 a.m. one. So there's 4 feedings there. We had a really good card pool, honestly. I left that camera up during the rut. Put out some trophy rock in late October, and within 2 hours of us leaving, there was already deer on it, and it was just a nonstop steady flow. That trophy rock is some awesome stuff. But we didn't hunt that area whatsoever. It had basically no hunting pressure on it at all during the rut. And that camera was there to see what goes down and to see if it was worth our time and effort and money and to being away from our family and all that. And basically we found out that, yeah, it's a good area and it would be worth our time. And so that kind of hints why in our short video it looks like such a long food plot. It's a little bit bigger than like a hidey hole food plot or just a small poor man's food plot. We probably could have used machines and stuff like that and knocked it all down. It was enough there, but we opted to do it all by hand. That was kind of the whole point of doing this, was show that, you can do it. You just got to put in the time, the effort, and get out there and do it. Like I said, it took us 3 hours, but we laid that whole area down, raked it as best as we could. We're going to spray it. And, by the time we add some spring blend in, it grows up a little bit, and we start crimping and adding that mean bean. Like, we were pleasantly surprised with how much fertile soil there was. We were expecting it to be pretty rocky by the time we got all that native veg and all the woody browse and all that knocked down. But honestly, we were pretty surprised with the amount of soil that was there. So I think we're going to have a pretty good first year, which is only going to help the deer. Like I said, there was a total of 13 different bucks. I believe 8 or 9 shooters on there. A couple of them, we kind of pinpoint some names. We've seen them in the last few years. So they're definitely hanging around. We have some awesome bedding to the north of us, as I had showed you in another video. And so putting our food plot in before they get to the big agriculture field that's down at the bottom of the mountain, I think is definitely going to stop them. It's definitely going to give them something to put their head down and to do. So anyhow, a quarter of an acre weed eating was no joke, even with 2 people. But it can be done. It can be done. So anyhow, I'll get back with you on some more videos as we go through this process. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, have a blessed day. Thank you.